here on the pitch after Farnham Town won 6-0 with Ben Purcell and great Evans. Guys, thanks for joining us. What's your overriding emotion right now? Maybe an odd question, but how are you feeling?
Buzzing.
Yeah.
You know, for me, it's my first league title. We both came from Bracknell, where things didn't work out and it was a bit messy, and there was a lot of pressure on us coming from a league above to deliver. You can do what you want, but a lot of players come from a league above, drop their standards, get a payday, and Ben will tell you we've been hungry, we've been part of this winning mentality, and we contributed massively. And we can't fault the management because they've taken all the pressure of us. They just let us go out and play and do our stuff. So the environment has been phenomenal. I don't know about you, Ben, but
yeah, same as Graham. Over the moon. It's we've come in middle of the season near enough, and we've brought into it. Group of lads have been unreal with us and helped us get on so quickly. And yeah, just buzzing to win it. To be fair, we didn't expect it at the start of the season, did we? But we're both here now, and yeah, over the moon, to be honest.
And what's interesting is, yeah, like you say, you're two of the guys who've come in, didn't experience the promotion last season, and obviously a lot of the guys are still here that were here. What was that like, coming into a group that just won the league? A bit like what you said there, what were they telling you?
Well, instantly when I came, I could see the standards was up here. The professionalism, the exposure, the way they run this club. I've been at over 15 non-league clubs, right? And I swear to you, this is the best non-league club, how they run it, by a mile. The way they promote their players, the team. I feel like I'm playing at a Premier League club. And I'm not even joking. The name at the back of your shirt. You saw the fans today, absolutely phenomenal. So I just think the standards was up here in training, in games, and you knew. For me, we got 4 strikers. I'm every day I've got to be on my game to make sure I'm a big part of this story that we're building. So it's the standards for me through the roof.
And Ben, how about yourself?
Yeah, when I first came in, the first thing I noticed was it's all about winning. My first session, it was just all about winning. In training, first game, all about winning. It was, something good to come into, and all the lads brought that from last season and let us know early doors that we have to win. There's no other choice.
And make no mistake, next season, I promise you, we'll be up there. With the mentality of this club, the way Harry Hugo owns the club is pushing. One little mishap and they just want to go. They have this famous saying, standing still or isn't moving forward, and they just go and do bigger and better things. Whether that's signing a big player or whatever the case may be, they make sure they do anything necessary to win. And that's what I want to be part of. So.
Would you say on that, will you be happy if loads of additions are made in the summer, or do you think you've got a squad, like you're saying, that's come from the level above that should be, performing in the level?
I think it'll be naive for me to say we can just walk into step 3 and without any additions. I think we definitely need to tidy up a bit in different areas of the pitch, but we definitely have a lot of quality, and you'll see a lot of these faces next season. But at the same time, you can't live off what you did last season. Last season is last season. When this season ends, respectfully, nobody cares about it. You got to go and do it again. We're going to have every single person hungry, and whoever wants it the most, you'll see us in next season. So we'll see.
Finally, when you had a couple of defeats, personally, I'm presuming you're not intending to have another loss this season.
No.
You want to go to the end.
Yeah, definitely. We want to finish the season strong and kickstart next season already. To be fair, that's this is done. We've won it. We've go again next season, sort of thing. We're preparing. And let's get ready for it.
Every team that comes here, they play their best football because they're in front of the cameras. They want to, they get their best highlights. And playing against top of the league, you want to, show your best self. So teams come in and they sit deep and they try and make it difficult. So we know that's going to happen to the rest of the season. The challenge for us is, have we achieved what we wanted to? Yes. I've seen so many times in the Premier League where teams have won it early doors and they sack off the rest of the games and have poor results. And we want to put our show on to the fans and show them why we're lifting that trophy. So it's massive. What we've done is I have to thank the Lord himself. I'm very religious, and hopefully we can finish the season off high, jet off on our holidays, and come back fresh.
Very, very lastly, when you had those defeats, one the end of October at Leatherhead, and both those teams, and then obviously one here against Hanworth Villa in November, both near the playoffs, were you a little bit worried at that stage? what were you thinking for the rest of the season at that time?
It was tough because we had an unbeaten streak that stretched from last season. So it was like this big stigma. I don't know if you watch wrestling, but The Undertaker, he had this big streak at WrestleMania and then you lost it and everybody was like, so it was one of those moments. But we know the quality. You know, I've been around non-league. We got like real quality. You know, the players that can flip a game in his head just like that. You know, players like him that just nick it and put it in behind for me to go and score goals. So, you know, for me, I was never ever worried ever at all. There was even a time not long ago where we had back-to-back draws, Horndean and Hanworth Villa. But we knew the quality we have, how we play, and the business end of the season. When it matters, we deliver.
How about you, Ben? What were your?
Yeah, so I weren't here for the Leatherhead game, but the Hanworth, like, obviously disappointing to lose it, but we knew that we'd bounce back like we did, and how many games we unbeaten now? We're flying again, aren't we?
16,
so
17,
let's go and break that record again.
And don't get it twisted, Jono's tough on us. Like when things like that are happening, he lets us know. You know, and that's why we, respect him tremendously. And you know, like the thing is, because we've got such a big squad. Everybody's capable of starting, so you know if you're one of those ones that put in a disappointing performance, you'll probably find yourself on the bench the next game, and you've got to rejuvenate yourself and make another impact. So everybody's like almost like on edge, thinking I need to perform, you know, and that's what's got us over the line, you know, and that's what it's a squad game. Everybody's played their part.
100%.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you very much for joining us. Not much more to say. All I can say is enjoy the celebrations as you have done, and best of luck for the rest of the season and next season. Thank you very much.
Thank you.